All right, Sherrill, let's talk about the diet. So what are your main recommendations when it comes to diet therapy?
Well, my main recommendation is to eat real food, actually, because it's a big one, isn't it? Because our culture, everywhere we go, we're surrounded by imitation food. We're surrounded by, high carbs, processed foods in tin cans, foods that are frozen, foods that are made in microwave ovens, which destroys nutritional content of food. I'm not a big fan of a microwave oven.
Neither am I.
I don't have one. I don't recommend anyone use a microwave oven. So basically, we need to first understand that for our body to work, our cells have to be fed. And our cells need real food. They need vitamins, minerals, essential fatty acids, protein. This has to be found in a healthy, real food, live diet. So based on the nutrigenomic testing, what shows up to be the best diet for most people actually is a Mediterranean type diet. Now, if you do the genomic testing, which I know you're a fan of, you may get more specific guidance as to which oils. But the point of the test and the point of the diet is you need good veggies, and you want them to be as organic as possible. You need your veggies in your diet, you need your fruits, some nuts and seeds, healthy oils, lean proteins, and you want to be making that the focus of your diet. And you can add things from there. You can do your smoothies, you can do some juicing, but you've got to have a good foundational diet of vegetables, fruits, nuts and seeds, and lean proteins, good oils.
Sure.
And keep away from the sugars, from the carbs, and the processed foods. That is the demise of our bodies.
Where do you see on supplementation? Do you see a role with that?
I do see a role of supplementation because I don't think that the foods that we're eating either are grown in soils that have the nutrient component that we need. And I think our lives these days are filled with, the world is filled with such toxins. So we have a huge amount of toxins in our body. We just breathe them in. It's in our food and in our water. And we're stressed. We're not sleeping well. Sleep is such a big issue, as you know. So we're doing everything to use up the nutrient status very rapidly just to keep up with the demands of our body. So I do think we need some good vitamins. I think we need a good multivitamin and mineral, or a multivitamin and a multimineral. I think we need a good fish or krill oil for your omega-3s, which is just critical for your supporting fertility hormones, your brain, your DNA, just necessary. I think we all need some good probiotics. Our gut is critical for our health. Most people over the age of 45 should have digestive enzymes as well. Some people need it sooner than that. I think we need some good antioxidants in our diet. So we can, we get them from our diet, but we just never get enough. I'm a big fan of things like vitamin C. I think also, to be honest, I think everyone needs adrenal support these days. And as you know, I'm a big fan of adrenals because it was the key to transforming my health, understanding adrenals. And adrenals, which are necessary for our energy, for blood sugar balance, for immune system, for sleep, for moods, for our brain, for muscle mass. We need to support adrenals. And I just see every single woman I've ever tested, every single woman is showing some stage of adrenal fatigue.
We've got so much stress in our lives these days.
Yeah.
So.
It's stress, it's chronic inflammation, lack of nutrition, all those things are showing up in our adrenal glands. And in Chinese medicine, the adrenals are the key to hormonal balance, they're a key to rejuvenation, they're key to energy, libido. Everything is dependent on those adrenals. So I now recommend every woman and man should be doing support for those adrenals. I see that as part of a foundational program, in all honesty.
Fantastic. Where do you sit on dairy? Because I know you've discussed it in your books. How do you think that upsets hormonal health?
Well, I think dairy as we know it has been so altered through pasteurization, and we know we have the issue of the A1 and the A2 milk, which I do adhere to. I think so many people are lactose intolerant, some people are sensitive to casein, the protein in milk. So because of the pasteurization process, particularly the proteins in milk have been so altered, it's really very hard to digest milk. If you're going to do milk, in all honesty, use the fermented form because those microorganisms eat up the sugar. So if you're lactose intolerant, you're more likely to do well on kefir or yogurt. Quark is around now, which is actually very good. That would be a better source of dairy. You don't need milk for calcium and your bones. That is a total myth, which I've kind of dispelled in my books. But it can be a protein source for those that want to do it. Whey protein, a good quality whey protein, has benefit as well. But I just don't think we need to be drinking glasses of milk, and we don't. And even cheeses, if you're going to do cheeses, have them raw. Try to get raw milk, which is harder to get. I don't know.
Well, here in Australia, through a Share Cow program, we can get raw milk because that is something, like I do a lot of the food intolerance testing, and dairy often comes up. But if it doesn't, I will recommend raw dairy from organic grass-fed cows. And then, like you said, fermenting it into kefir and your own yogurts at home. And it can be healing for the body. So
Then it becomes very nutritious, and people can get their own starter kits, so you can make your own cultures. You don't have to be buying it all the time, and you can get raw milk. That's really the only kind of milk you want to be drinking and getting your children to drink, and raw cheeses, and goat's cheese and sheep cheese, or goat's milk or sheep's milk would be more digestible form. So we make dairy a center part of our diet, but actually it shouldn't be for most people, and especially not the normal pasteurized type of dairy that is so often consumed. I do very little dairy.
Yeah, I should think about that before the next coffee.